All right, thanks for joining me on this quick Davinci Resolve round trip from Final Cut Pro X. Taking a look at my flowchart here, just going to refer to this briefly every now and again. First step you're going to want to do is go ahead and import your proxy media. For this demo, we're going to be working with S/S and A/S, shot on a Sony F55 camera, 2K S/S proxy, 4K RAW, shot on A/S. This workflow can work with any proxy or RAW online media as well. So first thing, we're going to import the proxy media. So we're going to go to Final Cut Pro X. I have my library already set up here, and then we're going to import our S/S media. So here are my 3 clips that I'm going to be importing for the demo. I'm just going to create a folder in my current event that I have here. I'm going to copy those files to my library and also create optimized media. Then I'm going to go ahead and import. Alright, our importing and transcoding is finished, and let's check our workflow chart here to see what the next step is. We're going to be starting our editorial, so I'm going to go ahead and create a project here. Call this RT Proj, Roundtrip. Create that in that event with the footage. My footage here. Let's see, I'm just going to just make some cuts as though it just took weeks or months to edit this. Move this stuff here, there, and all right. So now I have picture lock. Been working on this for months, and next step is color. So we're going to want to go from Final Cut Pro into Davinci Resolve to do our color. And what I always recommend to do, especially if you're doing this whole round trip thing, is to export your XML, but make sure that you do that without any audio. So what I'm going to do, I have my locked picture and audio here, right? I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that project. Just call this for XML. I'm going to go in here, and all that audio that I was editing, I'm just going to take that and just delete that. So I have my picture lock. The reason it's called picture lock, and it's picture, not audio. A couple of reasons why I do that. It can only slow down the process. One, it can complicate things, make things take longer because it's having to deal with audio. And two, there's a possibility that there's going to be some corruption because of any audio cuts or audio effects that you've added when opening that in Davinci Resolve. So that's why we do that. So I have my XML project here without the audio, and I'm going to go ahead and export video only FCPX XML. To do that, I'm in my project here. I'm going to go up here, file export XML. Gonna save it here. Voila, all done. So moving on to the next step, we're going to go to Davinci Resolve and import our raw media into our media pool. Have my project already set up in Davinci Resolve here, so I'm going to steer it to where my online media is. Right here is my A/S matching online media. I'm going to drag that down to my media pool, so I have the raw here. You can tell it looks raw, and it is raw. 4096, 2160, and shot on F55. There's my raw SQ right there. Next step is to import that FCP XML. So I went to my edit step. You can do it in media too. It's just going to take you over to your edit step. You go up to File, Import XML. Going to point it to where that XML is, right there. Go ahead and open. It's going to bring up this list of settings here. I'm going to want to make sure that we uncheck automatically import source clips into media pool. We do that because we don't want it to import the S/S source clips into here. We've already showed our media pool where our raw media is. We dragged it into the media pool, so we want it to link to that high-res media. We can change the timeline resolution to 4096 by 2160, which is a source clip setting. We're going to leave it 2048 by 1080. I'm just going to leave it there right now because that's what my video output settings are for my color monitor. I'm going to go and hit OK. So here's my project from XML. I see there's my cuts and my footage right here, right? All right. So we have that XML imported. It linked completely A-OK with my raw media. And we're going to go to the next step. So I'm going to just put a real nice color grade on all these clips. Boy, it's taken me forever. And now I have my picture lock on my color pass. Just look real nice. Really brought out the red, greens, and blues out of these clips here. I'm satisfied with that. Color is looking great. And then next thing we want to do is go down to the deliver. So I colored. I'm going to go to render and export this XML from Resolve here. So we went over to the deliver step. Easy setup. It's really nice. Davinci Resolve has this Final Cut Pro XML round trip easy setup. So that's going to automatically do individual source clips. I'm going to render them out for this instance at ProRes 422 HQ. I'm also going to select render at source resolution. I'm going to want it to render out at that full 4K. Definitely going to uncheck export audio because there is no audio. And down here on this render to, I'm going to tell it to go to this nice renders folder that I've already created in my Roundtrip folder for this demo. Pointing it to there, and checking my settings. Finally, I'm going to add that to render queue, and then now I'm going to start the render. That was nice and quick. Have my colored 4K timeline all rendered and exported. So check our flowchart here. Finish this step. So now we're going to want to go back to Final Cut Pro and import the Resolve footage that was just rendered out. So coming over to Final Cut here. What I'm going to do here is create a new event, and I'm just going to name it color A by S. I'm going to go ahead and import media. So I'm going to go back out here. I'm going to go to my renders folder where I rendered that footage out to, and going to select those MOVs, and I'll just uncheck that. I'm just going to leave files in place for the demo, but you know, if depending on your workflow, you may want to copy to library. I'd recommend it for our students just because they're working individually, mainly on individual projects. However, to save space, sometimes you can leave the files in place. That way it just references the files in this renders folder. Just want to make sure you don't move around that renders folder or accidentally delete it at some point in the Finder. You could create optimized media as well, but what's the point? It's already rendered at 422 HQ, which is optimized already. So here I'm just gonna add it to that event that I created, color A by S, and import selected. All right, so I see my footage here. I see it's the 4K 2398 footage, and then check my flowchart here. The final step is to import that Resolve XML into Final Cut Pro X. So to do that, I'm just going to go up to File, Import XML, and then Davinci Resolve exported that XML to the renders folder where I told it to. Don't import your XML that you would have exported from FCPX. That would kind of be pointless. We're going to want to import the XML that Resolve output that points to our colored clips here. Import that XML. It imports, creates a new event, and then in here is my beautiful colored clips from Davinci pointing to the 4K RAW. And there you have it, a pretty simple tutorial using just a few clips. However, it's going to be the same exact for you on your shorts or on your long form projects. It's going to work the exact same. Just make sure that you are up to date on your Final Cut Pro software as well as your Davinci Resolve software. They're always going to be updating with each other, so if one is not updated, you may run into weird issues, corrupt clips here or there. That's one thing you want to look out for. So just make sure that everything is up to date, and you should have a nice seamless workflow like this. If you wanted to, you can now add your audio back to your colored video clips here. Go back to your project over here, and then these clips that actually do have the audio, you can just paste or replace the video clips with the high-res colored paths that you have here. There you have it. Good luck.